Equation of a straight line and locus revision. Okay, from reflection I'll start. From reflection. All of you know what is origin, coordinate, axis, right? First quadrant, second quadrant. Thorough with all those topics. Parallel, intercept. Fine, students. First, before this, look, these three comes under one topic, reflection, section midpoint. What's the other one? Equation of a straight line. All three put together, you'll get two or three questions, students, including MCQ. It is for 8 to 12 marks, anywhere between 8 and 12. Fine. First, reflection. In reflection, we'll cover all the topics. In reflection, we'll start with axis x, o, x dash. Then we have y, o, y dash. So first, all about reflection. Now, in reflection, we have 3 points. First quadrant. Whatever point lies in this, we call quadrant. Second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. Okay, in first quadrant, tell me the signs, students. Tell me the signs. Both are positive. Second quadrant. Yeah, second quadrant. One negative. Third quadrant. Yes, minus, plus, and plus, minus. Whatever falls here, we call it as quadrant values, coordinates. So next, coordinate. The meaning of coordinate is both put together, x-axis value and y-axis. This together we call it as coordinate. And when it comes to graph, it is a single point. So a single point A will have x comma y, that is coordinate. Next, whatever lies in the first, second, third, fourth, those are known as quadrant. First quadrant, second quadrant, third and fourth quadrant. So the questions can be on quadrant. Next, origin. This center is always 0, 0. Okay, center is 0, 0. Even that is a point. We always take it as O, students. Point O is origin, 0, 0. So you have three things here. Origin, axis. The red one which I have drawn is axis, vertical and horizontal. The green one is vertical, horizontal, x-axis. XOX. The pink one is vertical, YOY. Okay, any point which lies on this is known as axis. Now if I take 1, 2 and 3. Where is this point, students? Where is point P? On which axis? Point P is on x-axis, right? So which value is given? X value or Y value? X value is how much? X value is 1. And Y you have to take it as 0. This is point. Okay, this is point P. In the same way, if it is in origin 0, 0, 1, 0. Next. Wherever the point lies, 1, 2 and 3. Wherever this point P is given, students, point P, I draw a straight line like this. This point P or this blue line intercepts which axis? The meaning of intercept is cuts. Which axis, students? All of you will respond. Which axis does it cut or intercept? X-axis, right? Yes. Intercept, cuts, or on the x-axis. On the x-axis. These are the words they mention. Intercept, cut, on the x-axis. So whichever line cuts x-axis, intercept, cut, x-axis are one pair, students. One pair. The opposite is y. And this line is parallel to which one? This line is parallel to y-axis. So remember, intercept and x is one pair. That is, it depends on the question. Whichever is intercepting, the opposite is parallel. Intercept and parallel. Remember these two. Intercept line, parallel line. And for parallel line, you should always take 0. You should assume y is equals to 0. For intercept, they'll definitely give you a value. X is equals to 1. Here it is 1. You can take that as A. X is equals to 1, or you can take it as A. Reflection concept. Okay, now if they ask you about reflection, look here. X has a value, students. X has value, that is 1. You can also take it as A. Fine. Next, x comma y, I'll give it as 2 comma 1. So there are 2 points. X and y is 2 comma 1, and x has another value. X has another value 1. Total how many values x has, students? 2 or 1 value? Total how many values? Total x has 2 value, and y? What about y? Y has only 1 value. I'll take it as 4. So whichever has extra value, look, this we call it as coordinate. They'll give you one coordinate. Along with coordinate, they'll give you another intercept, cuts on the x-axis. What's the other one? Intercept and intersect. Intercept or intersect. The meaning is same. So intercept, intersect will have a value. Okay, the opposite of intercept or intersect is parallel. Okay, intercept, intersect. The opposite is parallel, students. For parallel, it is always 0. So your x has 2 value. Whenever anything has 2 values, y will remain as it is. Whichever has 2 value, this is the formula. Minus x plus 2a. Minus x plus 2a. Okay, what is this minus x plus 2a? Minus x value is this 2 plus 2 into a value is 1. This point P. 1 and y. Is this clear? All of you all understood the formula concept? Okay, 2 comma 4. Where is this 2 comma 4? Where does 2 comma 4 lies? Assume 2 comma 4 lies here, B. This point, B. I'll take this as point B, students. 2 comma 4. Okay, so this is the question. Look, now I'll connect B. B and P, students. P is a line which is on x-axis, extra value. B is a point on quadrant. B is a point on quadrant. When I touch these two, like this, B. Where does this point reflect? This is the question. Where does this B reflect? Along with this x-axis, when there is an intercept. The answer is this one. For the answer, we need to use this formula. Y is equals to 4. Y is 4. Minus 2 plus 2 comma 4. Minus 2 plus 2 is 0. 0 comma 4. Okay, you get 0 comma 4. 0 comma 4 lies in the y-axis. See, this is the answer, y-axis. Zero comma 4 is the answer. Fine. So 0 comma 4, it is reflected. It is reflected in the opposite direction. Fine. What does this mean? The mirror is in here, students. Here, this is the mirror. Okay, so mirror is not the x-axis or y-axis. The mirror is passing through point P. The mirror has passed point P. Therefore, reflection happens in this direction. Object 0, 4. Fine. This is for x-axis. Now I'll give you a question. Only that is the important part in reflection. Then next we'll start section midpoint. Okay, next one more concept. There is a point A. 1, 2, 1, -2. Okay, where is this? All of you will respond. Where is this point A, students? Tell me the answer. Where is point A? Yes, always start with x-axis. -2. This is x-axis, y-axis. What is x-axis value? -2. What is y-axis? 2. Object is A, students. Object is A. And mirror is not x-axis or y-axis. Fine. If they tell you this object reflects, if this object reflects along y-axis. Next, if it is reflecting around axis, any axis, whether it is y-axis or x-axis, remember the green one is the mirror. Look at this, green is the mirror. So where will this object reflect? Which quadrant? Now it is in second quadrant. Where will it reflect, students? First quadrant. In first quadrant, what are the values of both? Positive or negative? 2, comma. Okay, their numbers will never change. All of you will remember this. Whenever the mirror is on the axis, their numbers will not change. Even in origin, even in origin, numbers will not change. Numbers will be the same, only the signs will change. So you get 2, 2. The point is here, A dash. 2, 2 is the object. Next, think it reflects in x-axis. The pink one is the mirror. What is the where will the object fall, students? Which quadrant? If the pink one is the mirror, object will fall in which quadrant? It should fall in the third quadrant. In third quadrant, what are the values? Both are negative. Okay, I'll take it as B. -2, -2. Did the value change? Respond. Did the value change? No, right? The numbers did not change. Only the signs had changed. Is this clear? All of you understood? Okay, if it is through origin, look at, if it is reflecting through origin, what is the value at origin? What is the sign? What is the sign when it passes through? In the fourth quadrant, if it is passing through origin, where is it reflecting, students? Which quadrant? Fourth. In fourth quadrant, one is positive and the other one is negative. And for remember, whenever an object, any object reflects in origin, just do the opposite one. -2 + 2 was given, right? +2 -2. The object will fall here, this point, +2 -2. So in x-axis, y-axis, go according to quadrant, students, plus minus rule. If it is reflecting through origin, just interchange the sign, plus sign and minus sign. Is this clear? Any doubts in this? No doubt. Okay, next. Through origin it is done. What if the mirror is placed in any of the quadrant? In any of the quadrant, then we take an extra value. We take extra value. Now look, I'll keep the point A as it is. Now mirror, I'll draw a mirror at -1. Where is mirror, students? All of you respond. Where is this mirror placed? At which position? -1. -1 is on which axis? X-axis or y-axis? -1 is in which axis? It's on y-axis, right? So this y-axis intercept. The meaning is the mirror intercepts at y-axis 1. Value is 1. And this line is parallel to which axis? This line parallel. PQ is parallel to which axis? X-axis. So they might tell you that the mirror intercept at y-axis at 1 or The mirror is parallel to y-axis. Whenever it is parallel, you have to take x as 0. It is parallel to x-axis, therefore 0. Next, intercept at 1, y is equals to 1. Already a has two values, x comma y. Then which one has extra value here, x or y, students? Which one has extra value? All of you will respond. Which one has extra value? Y has extra value. So x will remain as it is. What's the formula, students? What's the formula? Yes, respond. What's the formula? Y has extra value. Minus y plus 2 into a. X is minus 2, comma. Y is minus 2 plus 2 into. What is a value? This additional y value? No, not 1. Minus 1, right? Minus 1 into minus 1. So minus 2 comma minus 2 minus 2. You get minus 2 comma minus 2 into minus 2 is minus 4. Where does minus 2 comma minus 4 lie? Which quadrant? Very good. Third quadrant is the answer, students. Third quadrant. So when the mirror is placed, PQ is the mirror. Remember, PQ is the mirror. It is intercepting at 1. That doesn't mean 1 is the mirror, students. PQ is the mirror here. It is intercepting. Minus 2 comma 4 will be somewhere here. This minus 3 minus 4. Somewhere down the line, minus 2 minus 4 here. This is A dash. Minus 2 comma minus 4. Look at the distance. Fine. So this is how you solve whenever intercept questions are given. If you misunderstand that mirror is an x-axis, if you don't understand the question properly, if you write mirror is an x-axis, you would definitely mark the answer as minus 2 comma minus 2. Okay, because it is minus 2 comma 2, you would just change the sign. You'll think it is in the third quadrant, you'll just change the sign, write minus 2 comma minus 2, which is wrong. Okay, this point is wrong. Look, the distance should be equal. When we talk about distance, it should be equal. From mirror to this, whatever distance arrow I have drawn, from there to this distance, it should be equal. This is the concept of reflection. In reflection, when you have intercept, okay, intercept at y-axis, intersect on the y-axis, all these are names given. They'll either mention like this, intersect on the y-axis, so that will have a value, students, that will have a value. If not, they won't mention this. They'll tell line is parallel to x-axis. A line is parallel to x-axis at minus 1. Line is parallel to x-axis at minus 1. So just draw 4 quadrant, draw a line parallel to x-axis, you'll have an idea. This is how you solve. You'll get minus 2 comma minus 4. Without the formula, it is not possible, students. It is difficult to solve these type of questions. So formula is must. That's it. This is all about reflection. Reflection revision is done. Any doubts in reflection? You didn't understand any point? No doubts? Okay, now let me give a question. Point B. Point B is given as minus 3 comma 1. Without the graph, you'll have to solve this, students. Then the mirror is placed, mirror is parallel to y-axis. Mirror is parallel to y-axis at, let me say, at 3. This is the question. They ask us to find the reflection. Mirror is parallel to y-axis at 3. Without the diagram, whatever value is given b, take it as x comma y, students. First point, x comma y. Mirror is parallel to which axis? All of you tell me, mirror is parallel to y-axis. So y will be 0, right? Y is 0. Ignore y. Then what is this extra 3? X or y? At 3 meaning, see, y became 0, then what is this extra value? This belongs to X. Which one has extra value here? Which one has extra? X has extra value. What is the formula? If X, whichever has extra value, what's the formula? Minus X plus comma Y. Even without graph, you get the answer. Minus X. Minus into minus 3 plus 2 into again 3 comma 1. 3 plus 2, 2 3s are 6 comma 1. 3 plus 6, 9 comma 1 is the answer. So both are positive. Your answer, your reflection should be in the first quadrant. Okay, reflection should be in the first quadrant. Let me check the answer. Minus X, minus into minus is plus 3. 2 3s are 6. 3 plus 9, correct. First quadrant. Okay, that's it. When we solve questions, you'll understand. This is all about, which is this, reflection. Next comes section and midpoint. Now 2 points, A and B are given. A, 5 comma 6, and next B, 3 comma 2. Whenever two values are given, take x1, y1, x2, y2. First, tell me the distance formula, students. What is the distance between A, B? Imagine both are there on the graph. Both are on the graph like this, A and B. 2 points. What is the distance between them? You can't use a scale. What's the formula? x2 minus plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Section form. Sorry, distance formula. I'll write section, midpoint, and distance. This is one topic. Reflection is done now. Now, after reflection, imagine there are 2 points. See how these chapters are interlinked. So when we solve a reflection topic, here A, the mirror is on y axis. Okay, nowadays they're asking practical questions like this. So there's no point in just solving the textbook questions, students. You should understand all these concepts. So imagine a point 2 comma 2. The mirror is on the y axis. Okay, so 2 comma 2, second quadrant, 1 will be minus. It is reflecting. When it reflects the point at B, or let me say that it reflects at origin or somewhere, origin, like this, B. In fourth quadrant, if it is passing through origin, what will be the value, students? Value will remain as sign. Fourth quadrant, one will be plus, other one will minus. Very good. There are 2 points. This is all about reflection. Done. Next, section midpoint. They'll ask you to find the distance. For distance, you'll have only two concepts here: x, a value, b value. There won't be any point on top of that. Okay, there won't be any point. So section formula for that. If they ask you find the distance between a b, you need to take x1 y1, x2 y2. If they ask you to find the distance between ba, which one is first? AB is first or BA is first? Which one? Tell me which letter is first, students, A or B? B is first. So which one you have to take x1 y1? B. x2 y2. These are some common mistakes. Even I have done this and I've got different ratios. So with respect to whatever value is given, A, B, B, A, that you have to take. Then you'll get the distance, students. You can't use a scale. For example, after calculation, the square root of x square, x2 minus x1, after that, you get 10. Don't write centimeter, meter, nothing. It doesn't have any units. Basically on graph, it doesn't have any units. So the answer is just 10. Or you can write 10 units. If there is no units given, just mention 10 units. Distance is 10 units. Okay, distance is 10 units. Next, AB, BA, this concept is done. Next comes the section formula, section. On the same line, reflection is done, distance is done, next section formula. Imagine I place a point, any point, here, point P. Okay, point P, students, 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Tell me where is point P? All of you respond. Where is point P? Not x-axis. It is on this line. What is x and y here? See, there's nothing about sorry. If it is wrong, tell me the right answer. Be quick, Deshri. Where is point P, students? This point. On x-axis, which point? 1. On y-axis, -1. So this point P is on which axis? This one point, 1 comma -1. So are all 3 points value given? A, B, and C. A, B, C points are given, right? Whichever point is given P, with respect to that, they'll ask you the ratio. They'll ask you the distance between AB, AP, M, and the distance between PB, N. You have to take it as N. All of you understood what I explained now? The point P value, everything clear? Response, students. Lemula, Mariana, Joanna, Naomi, Ivania, Adya. Okay. Now, with respect to this, I want you all to find M is to N, students. This is ratio. This is section formula, ratio. So let me take this line. Ratio M is to N. In between A and P, A and B, there is a point. Whenever such question is given, or they'll give a graph. Okay, sometimes they'll write it, or sometimes they'll just give this graph. You have to check the points. A, take -2, comma 2. B, 2, comma -2. And P is somewhere on 1, comma -1. We need to find the value of M is to N. Right? So whichever point lies in between A and B, students, not exactly in center, even any point which lies on A and B, you have to take it as X and Y. First concept. A will remain as it is, X1, Y1. B will remain X2, Y2. Fine. When both the values are not given, M is to N value is not given, you can take it as K is to 1. Fine. See, when do we take K is to 1? When P value is not given. P value is not given, we take K is to 1. Okay, what if P was on the origin, students? All of you respond. If P was on the origin, what will be the coordinate on origin? Usually, what is the value in origin? 0, comma 0, comma 0. We would have taken 0, comma 0. Okay, this is the only difference. If the point was given on origin, 0, comma 0. Now let us use the formula. According to P, whichever lies in between, according to that, P x comma y is equals to, tell me section formula, students. M into x2 plus n into x1 divided by m plus n. M into y2 plus n into x1 y1 divided by m plus n. I will written all this formula in that book, separate book, which I told you to maintain. Okay, just go through this formula. Now let me solve, we'll get the ratio. P x comma y is 1, comma -1. M and n is not given. So this m and n, what you do for calculation purpose, take it as k is to 1, students. All of you will remember this. Whenever m and n is asked, you won't get the answer. If you don't take k is to 1, you won't get the answer. Okay, whenever ratio is asked, students, ratio is asked, always take k is to 1, which means m is k, n is 1. Now k into x2, x2 is 2 plus 1 into x1 is -2 divided by k plus 1. Next, k plus 1, m into m is k into y2, y2 is -2 plus n is 1 into y1, y1 is 2 divided by k plus 1. Fine. So k is what we need to find, students. If you find, look at m is to n. M is to n is k is to 1. If you find k value, that is enough. You'll get m is to n. So you can take any one ratio. Either you can take this or this. Fine. Let me take the first one. 1 is equals to 2k minus 2 divided by k plus 1. Or you can even take the second equation. This will go to the other side. K plus 1 is equals to 2k minus 2. 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 is equals to 2k minus k. 3 is equals to 2k. Therefore, k is equals to 3 remain as it is 2. The answer is 3 by 2. Don't convert into decimal, 3 by 2. Now replace this value. Wherever k is given, write 3 by 2 is to 1. Remember, m and n shouldn't have denominator, students. It should be whole number. Whole number, shift this 2 to the other side. What's the answer we got? M is to n? All of you respond. What's the answer? 3 is to 2. Which means the distance from A to P will be 3 centimeter and from P to B it is only 2 centimeter. Can you just check it, student? Can you just visualize this? P is P is close to which one? A or B? P is close to which point? B. That's the reason the distance between PB is only 2 centimeter. The distance between AB is 3 centimeter. Okay. So we are revising entire concept. Later we'll solve the question. So reflection from then section formula. By looking at the diagram, we got to know P stays close to B. That's the reason 2. The ratio is 3 is to 2. This is first type of question, ratio. Second type, they'll give 3 is to 2 students. Now what I'll do, 3 is to 2. 3 is to 2 is the ratio. I'll remove this P value. P value is not given. P value is not given. All of you will respond. What is the ratio now? Respond, students. What is the ratio? 3 is to 2. Try this question. All of you will try this. We need to find the value of P. Tell me the coordinate of P. Take M and N is 3 is to 2. Let us check if you are getting the answer. 3 is to 2. Substitute, find the answer, students. Find the coordinate of P. This is second type of question. Naomi, what time do you have computer class? 5 to. Okay. No, yesterday Tanishka told it is at 6 o'clock. Oh, fine, fine. You can let me know after the class. Is it decimal? Okay, tell me the calculation, Ivania. P x y remains as it is, right? Okay, what is m value? X plus 2 into minus 2 divided by, okay, divided by 5. Next, okay, 3 into minus 2, 2. 3 2s are 6. 6 minus 2 is, okay, how much is 6 minus 4? 2 by 5, comma here, minus 6, minus 2 by 5. Okay, how much is 2 by 5? and decimal 0.4, and this side minus. Okay, 0.4 and minus. What did we take initially, students? It was 1 comma minus 1. Fine. This was own question. I had just given some random values. So that's the reason the values are not coincident. It's not the same. We are getting different. Zero point 0.4 minus. No issues. One positive, one negative, but we are getting in point. Did you understand the calculation part? Was the calculation part clear? Okay, this is how we calculate. Forget about the value, students, because the question what I taken, I just taken some random points. Okay, so maybe these random points, I mean, P doesn't exactly, it is not on 3:2, I guess. So just ignore that. All we need is just this concept. We'll solve few questions related to this. Next, section is done. For section, we always find m is to n or ratio. M is to n value will be given. Next, midpoint. Same A and B, 2 comma 2 and B minus 2 comma minus 2, students. There is a point P exactly in the center or midpoint. The other word they call midpoint or center. How do you solve this question? How do you solve this, students? What do you take m is to n? M is to n should be, no, not k is to 1, midpoint. If it is midpoint, both will be equal, right? Both will be equal. If you want to find the value of P, what's the formula? Okay, tell me the formula, students. M is 1. Use the same formula. X2, M into X2 plus X1, right? If M and N are 1, X2 plus X1 divided by what is M plus N? 1 plus 1 is 2. Then tell me for next one, Y. What is section formula, students? M into Y2 plus N into Y1. M plus N. Substitute 1. What do you get? Y2 plus Y1 divided by 2. This is section formula. Just go through. Don't have to write that. Just go through. We'll solve questions later. Any doubts in these two chapters, students? Section, midpoint, distance, reflection. Okay, the last one is equation of a straight line left. I'll explain the concept. Evening we'll solve questions. Related to all three, we'll solve the questions. What's the time? 11. What time we started? 10:45, 40. Okay, take 10 minutes break. After that, we'll start the next one. 11:35. We'll start at 11:34. Take break up to 11:40, students. Till 12:20, I'll conduct. Take 15 minutes break. We'll continue after that. Okay, all of you are online. Shall we start the next one? Let's do it. Okay, which one is that? Equation of a straight line. Now this is the main concept. It is bit lengthy. Equation of a straight line. See, these are the formulas, equation. Left hand side midpoint. Find left hand side midpoint and slope. Is Mariana online? Mariana Lemula. What about Mariana? Uh, First, after all, I didn't hear your voice. Mariana Lemula, what were you doing, students? You're solving, answering. Joanna, what about Joanna? Okay, fine. See, concentrate all the students. Volume chapter. When I start volume, that time if you want, you'll concentrate or you can skip. Skip in the sense, half of volume chapter you'll study. Volume is going to be tough. Lot of formulas. So this is better than volume chapter. All this locus. Fine. Left hand side we have slope formula. A slope. Right hand side equation. If you want to find the equation. Fine. Before formulas. Before formula. So it continues. After reflection using section midpoint, you get next slope formula. Slope stands for slope or gradient. Gradient. When they mention same, it's the both. Meaning is same. Slope or gradient is same. The alphabet given is M, students. M. There are two ways to find. What do you mean by slope and gradient? It is whenever a point touches, you get a right angle here. You get a right angle. See, this is the line. Now remember A dash. A, students. Point A is given 1 comma 2 or 1 comma 1. Any point. This point A reflects and we got point B. We got some value at point B. We need to find the angle. This is known as slope, the angle, theta. So when 2 points, first point is A and the reflection is B. This is object. Object, and this is the original image. Okay, original and image. This one, object. Now, when after reflection, if they want us to find the distance is this, we use the distance formula. For example, 5 units. That is done. Distance is done. Next, theta value. Theta is the angle. Theta is the angle given. If they give us angle, the formula for M to find the slope is tan theta. Okay, if they give us angle, we need to find tan theta, students. Remember tan theta. For example, if they give M is equals to 30 degrees. What's the answer? For slope and gradient, if it is 30 degrees, what is tan 30, students? All of you respond. Just substitute. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. Yeah, make a note of tan 0, 30, 45, 60, 90. Tan 0 is 0. Tan 30, memorize this, 1 by root 3. What is tan 45? 1. Tan 60, this root goes root 3. Undefined. Not infinite, sorry, undefined. So this is how you find slope or gradient when theta is given. When theta. Next. We need to find only two things here. Maximum they'll ask you only two types of questions. Slope and theta. Fine. When only one slope is asked, one slope is asked, they'll either give you theta value or they'll just give you M is equals to root 3. Find the value of theta, students. This is the opposite question. M is root 3. How do you convert? How do you find theta? What is M value? When all of your respond, students, tan theta. For which angle you get root 3? 60 degree. So there is no calculation here. M is equals to root 3 given, therefore theta is equals to 60 degree. If you understand that theta value 0, 1 by root 3, 1, root 3 and undefined, it is easy to solve. Next, M is equals to 1. Then what is theta? If M is 1, very good, 45 degrees. If you want, make a note. If M is equals to 1, theta is equals to 45 degree. If M is equals to 0, what is theta, students? Theta is, for which theta you will get 0 degree? For which tan theta you will get 0? Tan 0 degree is 0. Next, M is equals to root 3. Theta is equals to 60 degree. M is equals to 1 by root 3. Then theta is 30 degree. If not, just ignore all this. If you remember theta value, that is enough. 0, 1 by root 3, 1, root 3 and undefined. M. Next, how to find slope when 2 points are given? Where is that formula? Okay, let me write it here. Theta was given, fine. Now, after reflection, we got B value 2, 2. Just imagine this. How many points are there, students? All of you respond. Total, how many points are there? 2 points. Okay, when 2 points are there, M value. 2 or 1 point, what is that? Where is that formula? Yeah. Okay, when 2 points are given, what is the formula? Y2 minus x2 minus x1. See, these are the 2 points. A is the original point, B is the reflection. Okay, B is the reflection, students. We need to find slope M. What's the formula? X2 minus, sorry, Y2 minus, is it Y2 or X2? What's the formula here? Y2 minus Y1 when 2 points are given. So the formula is Y2 minus Y1 divided by X2 minus X1. They'll tell you to find the slope AB. Which alphabet is given first, A or B? A. So according to that, you have to take, first you have to write A 1, 2. This will be X1, Y1. Then take B 2, 2, X2, Y2, students. X2, Y2. If not, your ratio will be different. M value will get, numerator and denominator will get interchanged. Next, if they are slope BA. If they are slope BA, take B point first, 2, 2. This you have to assume it as X1, Y1. A is 1, 2. Assume A as X2, Y2. Use the formula Y2 minus Y1 divided by X2 minus X1. Is this clear, students? All of you understood? Okay, once slope is done, look here. Slope is done when 2 points are given. Even this concept is done. When 3 points are given. When 3 points are given. Let me explain this. What when 3 points are given? We use slope twice. Let me take a value. Imagine this is point A, students. Point A, 2, 2. Then this is point B, reflection point. Point B reflection. Let us take it as 4, 3. On top of this, there is a point P. In section formula, I told you this. Point P, take it as 4, 0. It is on x-axis. So how many points are there total? Total how many points, students? 3 points. Yes. In this, A is the object, B is the reflection. I'll take it as, yeah, B is the reflection, and P is the point on that. When all 3 points are given, they'll tell you to find slope. Slope. Slope is basically this angle. This angle. Any line which touches the axis, students, it can be like this or like this. So this angle. You have to use anti-clockwise direction like this. This is basically slope. They're asking us to find the value. So when 3 points, if 2 points are given, same. If 3 points are given, first we need to take these two, A and B. Slope of AP. is equals to slope of BC, PB. First AP is given, take A value 2 comma 2. Next P is given 4 comma 0 is equal to slope of PB. Okay, slope of PB. Now the concept here, any one value will be missing. They won't give all three coordinates. They won't give all three coordinates. In P value, I'll take this K comma 0 students, K comma 0. Okay, so this K, it becomes K. P value is K. Again here, P value is K comma 0, B value is 4 comma 3. This is slope question. When two slopes are given, this is how we do. Collinear points. Are all 3 points on the straight line? A, B, C are on straight line? In the graph? A, B, C are, A, P, B are on the same line, right? A, P, B. Yeah, that is what we call collinear students, collinear. If A was given here, if P was given and B was given here, A, P, B. This is not a straight line. It forms a triangle. Therefore, you can't use slope concept here. The reason you can't find slope is, look, you'll have two angles here. This is theta 1 and another angle here, theta 2. So it is not possible to find one single slope. Okay, anyways, they won't ask that only if the three are collinear. Remember, they mentioned the word collinear. This is the meaning of collinear. All three on straight line. Now, whatever we have taken, slope of AP, PB. According to that, you have to write A first, P next. P first, B next. Use separate formula x1, y1, x2, y2. x1, y1, x2, y2. So the formula is y2 minus y1. 2 minus 0 divided by x2, k minus 2 is equals to y2 minus y1. 3 minus 0 divided by x2 is 4 minus k. This is the concept. Cross multiply. If you cross multiply, you will get 2 into 4 minus k is equals to 3 into k minus 2. 8 minus 2k is equals to 3k minus 6. Minus 2 goes to the other side. All of you are concentrating, able to understand whatever I am solving, students. Okay. In order to find k, minus 2 on the other side, it becomes 5k plus 6. Minus 6 goes to the other side. 8 plus 6 is 14. K is equals to 14 divided by 5. It is somewhere around 2.8. 2.8 or 2.8 is the answer. Okay. So this value k lies at 2.8. In x-axis, it lies at 2.8. That is, or you can assume it as 3 students, almost close to 3. This is the calculation for slope. Okay, slope when 3 points are given and they are in a straight line. 3 points are given on a straight line. y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. That's it. For slope, only 3 types. Is it clear, students? All of you understood the different types to find slope? Once again, tell me what are the 3 types we have to find slope. One is using tan theta. Other one is when how many points are given? When 2 points are given. Okay, tan theta, 2 points. Then you can also find when one intercept and one slope is given. I'll tell you that. Equation, when equation is given. Collinear is done. Now equation concept. Look, when we found slope here, when we found the value of slope, students, this question or the previous question, was any xy value was left? Was any xy value was left or only numbers? For both the question, we got only numbers, right? Only numbers. So when it comes to slope, remember there won't be any x and y, students. Alphabets will not be left. That's the reason in slope we don't use any x and y value here. Look at the formulas. We don't take any x and y. X and y is unknown. We don't take x and y. We just take x2, y2, x1, y1. Whatever points are given. But when it comes to equation of a straight line, equation can be any form. The general form is x plus y plus c is equals to 0. This is the general equation for equation of a straight line. First you should write x value, y value, then c. That should be equal to 0. Okay, first question. There are three ways to find slope. One is using intercept and y, intercept and slope formula. So they'll give you m is equals to 30 degrees. Fine, m is equals to 30 and c. C is always for y-axis students. Intercept at y-axis. Y-axis is 10. When m is given, c is given, we use the formula y is equals to mx plus c. Y is equals to m value 30 degree. Convert 30 degree. What is tan 30 students? How much is tan 30? Yes, we don't need degrees, we need numbers. 1 by root 3x plus c is 10. Is this clear? All of you understood to find the equation? Okay, convert this into the main equation. X should be first. Convert y to the other side. X divided by 3 minus y plus 10 is equals to 0. Does it have any denominator? All of you respond. It doesn't have denominator, right? Take LCM students. If you take LCM, what do you get? Root 3 y plus, yes, what do you get? Root 3 y plus 10 root 3, right? This 3 will get multiplied. So what's the final answer? X minus root 3 y plus is equals to 0. Yeah, remember there shouldn't be any denominator. This is the first concept using slope intercept. Yeah, quickly go through these three concepts. I'll just show you all the formulas. Later I'll explain the next two students. Be quick. Yes, students done? Completed? I mean, did you all go through this? Respond. Okay, when equation when one slope and one point is given. Look here, one slope and one point. When one slope and one point is given, we use y minus y1 is equals to m into x minus x1. Okay, one slope, m value should be given. Remember, m value. One point. Point is nothing but, in graphical term, we call point, but a value, x1 value and y1 value should be given. For example, a 5 comma 3. M is equals to 60 degrees. Tell me the answer. What's the answer, students? All of you respond. How do you solve this? When one point and tan is given, y minus what is y1? 3 is equals to what is tan 60? No, no, not 1 by root 3. That is tan. Yes, root 3. Don't write 60, students. You can't take 60 degrees. It should always be in numbers. Into X minus x1. What is x1? X value as it is. See, this is what I told. Whenever one point is given, we have an unknown value x and y. That is what forms the equation. This unknown term will form the equation x plus y plus c is equals to 0. Now, uh, x minus x1 is 5. You have to open the bracket and arrange them. Y minus 3 is equals to root 3x 5 root 3. Shift even y to the other side. Root 3x plus y becomes minus y. This plus 3 becomes minus 3 becomes plus 3. Minus 5 root 3 plus 3 is equals to 0. This is c value. This is y value. This is x value. This is the equation we get. Okay, equation. And remember, whenever they ask equation, students, equation question, find the equation. In find the equation, if intercept word is given, intercept, it is always c value. Take it as c. Intercept at y, always c value. Just for equation, this is a special property. When intercept is given, take it as c. Done. Third and the last concept, when two lines are given. Okay, I taught you all how to find the slope, but when two lines are given, how to find angle. Not angle, equation. This is the formula. See, we use this formula. Y1 is equals to m into x2 x minus x1. We use the same formula, but we just write m slope formula, students. Bring this down. X minus x1. Then, in place of m, substitute slope formula. Slope. What is slope formula? Y2 minus y1 is equals to x2 minus x1. Y2 minus y1 is equals divided by x2 minus x1. This is the formula to find equation of a line when 2 points are given. Equation of a line when 2 points are given. Okay, all the concepts are done. Understood all the concept? Equation, response, students. Done? Okay, the last one is when two slope. All we studied was one slope. When two parallel slopes are given, what's the formula for parallel slope? M1 is equals to M2. For perpendicular, M1 into M2 should be equal to minus 1. When do we use this formula? When the slopes are? Okay, when it is parallel, it is M1 into M2 is equals to M1 is equals to M2. When it is perpendicular, M1 into M2 is equals to minus 1. Fine, I'll give another 2 minutes. Be quick to just go through these formulas once again. Quick. Another 10-15 minutes. We'll solve few questions. Yes, students, done, completed. We will go through all the formulas. Okay, we'll solve few questions. Equation, timetable. See, this is the specimen paper. Okay, in specimen paper, yesterday we studied tangent. You will remember this yesterday's concept, MCQ question. Okay, look at the MCQ question, students. What is given in the adjoining figure? O is the center, and what is PT, students? PT is tangent. All of you will respond. What is PT? PT is the tangent. If O is center, yeah, if O is center, what is the value of this angle? 90 degrees. If you want to find X, use straight line concept. What will be this value? Yes, 180 minus 110 is 70. Now take the triangle OPQ, students. OPT. What's the answer for X? 180 minus, which two you have to add? 90 plus 70. What is 90 plus 70? 160. So what's the answer, students? X is equals to, all of you will respond, X is equals to 20 degrees. Isn't it easy to solve? Ah, specimen paper. Or you will remember exterior angle concept, exterior in a triangle, exterior angle. Okay, whoever does, look at exterior. Exterior is nothing but, in a triangle, this angle is exterior. What is exterior angle formula? Exterior angle is equals to sum of interior. Yes, interior opposite angle. If this is 90 degree, which is exterior angle here? Which is exterior for this triangle? Which is exterior, students? Exterior is 110. 110 is equals to, what is sum of interior opposite? 90 plus 90 plus what? Sum of interior opposite 90 plus X. Therefore, X is equals to 110 minus 90. You don't even need to calculate this if you're thorough with all the concept. 20 degrees. All I used was tangent concept. If tangent is there, radius is 90 degree. Look how simple question they have given. Specimen paper is given by both people, students. See, ICSE specimen question paper. This is given by board. Okay, so all these are relevant questions. We'll have to study question related to this. Only based on this, I've taught you all. See, you take any question, you'll be able to solve. In the given figure, let us solve this point. This question. Look at this 4 marks question. No, not 4. Second question. Even that is for 4 marks, students. Second question is also for 4. In the line segment P and Q is cut by x-axis at the point R. A line AB cuts y-axis at point T and is perpendicular to PQ. Find the line equation of PQ, students. First, let us take the first line P and Q. All of you will respond. What is PQ value? 2, minus 3. And what is Q value? 0, minus 1. What's the first question asked? What's the first question, students? Equation of line. Tell me the first question. Equation of line PQ. If equation of line PQ, 2 points are given. What is the formula for equation of PQ? Tell me the formula, students. Y minus y1 divided by x minus x1 is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. This is x1, this is y1. This is x2, this is y2. Just now I taught you all equation of a straight line. Find the answer. All of you will complete this, students. Try this. And specimen usually they'll give tough questions. The question paper will be the questions will be slightly tough. What is the equation of PQ? Y minus into minus 3 divided by y2 is minus 1 minus y1. x2 is 0 minus x1. x1 is 2. So y plus 3 minus 1 into x minus 2. Y plus 3 minus x plus 2. Okay, so when you make it positive, you get x goes to the other side, so shift both to the other side. X plus y, 3 minus 2 is equals to 0. X plus y plus 1 is equals to 0. This is the equation for the first question. So even if you're not able to solve, if it is very tough question, if you're not able to solve all four, minimum at least two questions you'll be able to solve. Two questions. If you practice a lot, you can solve all four. Is this clear? First answer, all of you understood? First answer, equation of PQ. Yes, students, am I audible to all? Did you understand the first one? Okay, x plus y plus 1 is equals to 0. First question. Another 5 minutes, we'll end the class. We'll complete this and remaining evening. We'll do it next. What is given? Next one, equation of what, students? Line AB. Equation of a line AB. Is A value given here? A and B? Respond. Is A value given? A is not given, B is not given. Read the point. A line cuts what, students? A line cuts the y-axis at what? T is equals to, and y-axis. What do you mean by cuts y-axis? Intercept, right? So if y is the intercept, it should have a value, students. Value is not given. Value is not given. If it cuts at y, it will be parallel to which axis? See, AB cuts at y, and it should parallel at which axis? It is parallel at x. Therefore, x will be equal to 0. X should be equal to 0. This is what you have to take. One equation and one 0 value here. Equation and 0. Fine. To find equation, there are three. Either 2 points should be given, 1 point, 1 slope should be given, if not 1 intercept. 1 slope and intercept should be given. Line AB cuts y at t is equals to 0, 6. So you take x is equals to 0, parallel x is equals to 0. Now this 0, 6, students, 0, 6, take it as x1, x and y value. Okay, what is the equation? Let me just solve this. Y is equals to mx plus c. No equation. Find the coordinates of R and Q. Cut and is perpendicular to PQ at S. Okay, perpendicular to PQ. So a line AB cuts y-axis. For y-axis at T is equals to 0. Y-axis at T. That's the reason for y-axis there is a value given and is perpendicular to PQ. If it is perpendicular to PQ, what was the slope of PQ, students? All of you will respond. What was slope of PQ we got? I think it was -1. So if it is perpendicular, -1 into M2 is equals to -1. M2 is equals to 1. So you have 1 point and 1 slope M. The equation is y into y is equals to 1. X plus y is equals to 0. Coordinates of point R and S. If these two are values given, R and S. Fine. We'll solve this later. Only this coordinate of points R and S. It's a tough one, students. First, we'll solve few easier questions. We'll continue this in the evening. Okay. I want you all to attend at 6 o'clock today. Not 6 o'clock. What time did we start? 6:15, right? Yesterday at 6:15. Okay, 6:15. That's it. You don't have to solve. Just a minute. We'll just go through this. Okay, even this question we solve. All the lines are inside. Fine. All the lines are inside the circle. It is a cyclic quadrilateral question. We'll do it evening. B, C, D, E is a cyclic quadrilateral. O is a chord. Values are given. You have to use isosceles here. Exterior angles. Okay. Next, GP will do and volume. Then graphical question. Look, the entire thing is reflection. This entire thing is a reflection question. Then section B, shares and dividend, quadratic, this one. What about this question? Will you all be able to solve this? Find the length of CD. Yesterday we did this, right? AB into PQ. Then we have to prove that they are similarity. Do you all remember similar question? We'll revise that similarity. Under what criterion? Angle, angle, or side, side, and side criterion. We have to prove it. Then we need to find the area of APB is to area of CPD. For a triangle, we use area formula. Okay, we'll do that. Then those kind of questions you'll get. Samir has a deposit, recurring deposit, banking question. Okay, then we have mean chapter, again one more coordinate. Find the coordinates of centroid. And hence find the equation. One centroid question and one equation. Centroid is nothing but midpoint. We need to use midpoint for this, students. Equation. Then again one more. We did such question yesterday. The only thing is they are just asking us to even prove it. Prove triangle PTB is equals to PAT using similarity. So if I make you revise similarity concept, you can relate that. You can relate that and solve these type of questions. Then this is GST. Then question 7, heights and distance we have done, mean median. We know all this. If you revise, you'll be able to solve mean median. Then probability, one ratio proportion question, again volume. Then even if you skip this 8th main, any one question, one main, 9th main, again histogram question. Okay, for histogram, then AP question, then we have root question, root quadratic. construction question. Which is this normal construction or is it a what kind of construction is this, students? Read the question and tell me. Normal construction or locus? Can you see this equidistant? Can you see this equidistant, student? Whenever equidistant is given, it's a locus question. Given that ABC is a triangle. Okay, you just draw a triangle with B 90 degrees. I mean A 90 degree. Then D is a point equidistant from AB. If you take ABC from AB and BC, two lines are given. When two lines are given, you need to draw an arc like this. D is a point. Okay, even this you can solve. So one locus question is given. See, even in locus and construction, they usually merge the questions. For board exam, they merge both locus and construction question. Fine. Evening we'll solve that. Log in at 6:15 today. Log in at 6:15. We'll solve previous year question. And Naomi tell Tanishka to go through this recording.